This video is about the alpha loved the human girl, but she would age. If this story captivates you, please like the video, share it with loved ones, and write in the comments how it touched your heart. The alpha loved the human girl, but she would age. In the shadow of the blood moon, the Silverfang pack gathered under the ancient oaks of their territory. The alpha, Kalen, stood tall, his muscles taut beneath the silver flecked fur of his wolf form. He was all strength and magnetism, a leader born from the wild. But tonight, his heart was heavy, encumbered by burdens that no amount of authority could lift. As the other wolves howled into the night, he felt a familiar warmth tugging at his soul. It was Maeve, a human girl who wandered too close to their borders, drawn by an inexplicable pull. Kalen had warned her away, but she was fearless, naive in her pursuit of adventure. Her presence stirred something primal within him, a longing that defied the laws of their world. Kalen, his beta, Ryan, called, breaking his reverie. "We cannot wait any longer. The pack needs a strong leader, not a distracted alpha." The words stung. Kalen's golden eyes flickered with a mix of regret and desire. "I know, Ryan, but she is not just a distraction. Maeve is different." "Different?" Ryan scoffed, shaking his head. "She is human. You cannot mate with her. You will age, and she will wither away. Think of the pack." Kalen's jaw clenched, the conflict boiling within him. He had seen the future, in the moonlit glades the future, if only the world would let it be. But the reality of their differences was an insurmountable wall. "I cannot abandon my heart." "You must," Ryan insisted, a frustrated growl vibrating in his throat. "Your duty is to the pack first. We cannot afford weakness." As Ryan's words sank in, Kalen stepped deeper into the forest, seeking solace in the shadows. He had long known the laws of their kind: alphas lead, protect, and never become entangled with humans. Yet here he was, ensnared by love, trapped within the bonds of fate. Weeks passed, each day more impossible than the last. Maeve returned, her laughter echoing like the sweetest melody in the depths of Kalen's heart. They stole moments together beneath the canopy of stars, weaving tales of dreams and whispered promises. One evening, as they sat by a shimmering lake, Maeve's deep brown eyes sparkled with mischief. "Kalen, tell me more about your pack. Do they really shift into wolves?" He chuckled, the sound low and rich. "Only on nights as bright as this, when the moon is full, and our instincts reign supreme." "And you read their leader?" she asked, her curiosity piqued. He sighed, the weight of responsibility heavy upon him. "Yes, but leadership comes with sacrifices. I cannot afford to be weak." "Love is not weakness," she countered, her voice soft yet firm. "It is strength, Kalen. It gives us purpose, or reason to fight." "Do you really believe that?" he asked, his heart racing as he leaned closer, the air thick with unsaid words. "Absolutely," Maeve whispered, her breath mingling with the cool night air. "You can choose your destiny." But his heart twisted painfully at her words. How could he choose a destiny that would lead to her heartache? He fought against the urge to pull her close, to promise her a future that he feared he could never give. Days turned to weeks, and as the moon waxed, Kalen felt his resolve crumbling. The pack's needs weighed heavily on him, but the longing for Maeve tore at the very fabric of his being. Each moment without her felt like a lifetime. In a moment of vulnerability under the pale light of the moon, he broke. "Maeve, I..." The words faded as he cupped her cheek, his thumb brushing against her soft skin. She looked up at him, her breath hitching. "Kalen, what is it?" "I shouldn't feel this way. You are human, and I am alpha. Our worlds are too different," he confessed, his heart racing. "Worlds don't matter when it comes to love," she replied, her voice trembling. Just then, a howl pierced the night, echoing through the trees like a warning. Kalen stiffened, his instinct sharpening. "I must go." "Go?" Maeve echoed, her flashing in her eyes. "You are leaving me again?" The pain of longing in his chest was unbearable. "I have to protect you. There are dangers you cannot understand. Or perhaps you don't trust me," she shot back, anger mingling with her heartbreak. "You'd rather push me away than face what we could be together." "Maeve, please," he pleaded, his voice strained. "This is not just about us, it is about the pack, about duty." As he turned to leave, Maeve grabbed his arm. "You can deny what is between us, Kalen. If you do, you will all lose me forever." With that, the wolf within him roared. He turned, taking her hands in his. The intensity of his gaze seared into her soul. "You be my mate, Maeve. I can feel it." Her eyes widened, the truth igniting a spark of hope within her. "Then why fight it?" "Because I will age, and you will not," he whispered, the pain evident in his voice. "You deserve a life filled with happiness, not the inevitable grief of losing me." "Isn't love worth that risk?" she implored, desperation lacing her words. What we have is rare, Kaelin. Don't throw it away. As the moon hung high, illuminating their tangled emotions, Kaelin's hot waves war against his mind. I cannot bind you to a fate that will end in heartbreak. Then let me choose my fate, she urged, her voice breaking. Let me decide who I want to love. But he could see the shadows of doubt lurking behind her eyes, the fear of a future that could never be. You think you know this life, but it is filled with dangers beyond your wildest dreams. I am not afraid, she asserted, her spirit fierce. I would rather fight by your side than live a life without love. Kaelin looked deep into her eyes, searching for any hint of hesitation. All he found was unwavering resolve. The bond between them surged like wildfire, igniting a passion and longing that threatened to consume them both. Yet the weight of responsibility loomed over him. What if I am not strong enough? What if I fail you? I cannot bear the thought of losing you. Then we will face it together, Maeve promised, her voice steady. You are not alone in this. I choose you, Kaelin. In that moment, the world around them faded, and all that existed was the electricity of their bond. Kaelin's heart raced, and the wolf within him echoed her words, yearning to accept the love that had always been destined for them. But just as he was about to yield to the inevitable, a shadow loomed in the distance, dark and ominous, a rival pack encroaching on their territory. The peaceful night shattered, replaced by the tension of impending conflict. Stay back, Kaelin commanded, instincts flaring as he shifted into his wolf form, protecting Maeve behind him. The world shifted as danger approached, igniting the primal instincts within him. As the rival wolves emerged from the shadows, Maeve's heart raced, fear mingling with the thrill of being so close to the alpha she adored. Kaelin would fight for them, but could love truly conquer all? As the first howl rang out, marking the beginning of a battle that could seal their fate, Kaelin turned to Maeve one last time, desperation etched into his features. Stay close. No matter what happens, remember you are my heart. And as the night erupted around them, one truth ran clear. Love forged in the heart of destiny could either lead salvation or doom. All that remained was to see which path they would tread together war apart. Hash, the alpha loved the human girl, but she would age. Kaelin's heart thundered in his chest as he faced the encroaching threat, the tide of dark fur and glimmering eyes pressing upon them like a storm. His pack was not just his responsibility, they were a reflection of his strength. But at this moment, all he could think about was Maeve, hidden behind him, and the uncertainty that loomed over their love. The rival pack, led by the formidable Alpha, Rowan, was a tempest of ferocity and intent. Kaelin, Rowan called, his voice a low growl that reverberated through the clearing. You've grown soft, aligning yourself with a human. It is time to show her the true nature of our world. Kaelin could feel Maeve's breath hitch behind him, her presence grounding him amidst the chaos. You know nothing of my heart, Kaelin responded, the wolf within him rising to the challenge. Leave this territory now, or you will regret it. Rowan chuckled, the sound chilling. Ah, but your heart, what a liability it has become. I am here to remind you, Alpha, that strength must prevail. Your bond with her will be your undoing. Kaelin's instincts flared, but he held his ground, a towering figure of defiance against Rowan's menace. We will not be intimidated. I stand for my pack and my me. The word mate hung heavy in the air, igniting a spark in Maeve's eyes. She believed in them when all else felt perilous. Rowan's pack surged forward, shadows creeping through the moonlight, and the battle erupted. Kaelin's muscles coiled as he shifted into his wolf form, a powerful blend of grace and might. Each leap and bound sent adrenaline coursing through him, his instincts honed for this very moment. But as he fought, a part of his mind remained tethered to Maeve. With every clash of fangs and thunderous growl, the night became a swelling tempest of dust and fury. Kaelin fought valiantly, his pack rallying around him, but his heart was split. Any moment could lead him away from her, and the thought was unbearable. Kaelin, Maeve's voice rang out, desperate and sharp. I can help. Let me. Stay back, he roared, his heart aching. It was a command wrapped in love, not just fear. He couldn't bear the thought of losing her to this chaos. You be not safe here. But Maeve was undeterred. She had never felt more alive than in this moment of danger, where the thrill of the fight intertwined with her bond to Kaelin. I can't let you face this alone. She stepped forward, determination etched into her features. Maeve, Kaelin growled, his voice a mix of panic and anger. You have no idea what you are asking for. Perhaps it is you who doesn't understand, she shot back, her eyes fierce. Love is not an absence of fear, it is the choice to fight despite it. Their eyes locked, the chaos around them fading momentarily. The air crackled with unspoken emotions, the bond between them shimmering against the backdrop of the battle. A moment of clarity surged through Kaelan, and he knew he couldn't hold her back. She was stronger than he'd ever imagined. Then fight beside me, but stay close, he shouted, his heart swelling with pride and fear. I won't let anything happen to you. With a fierce nod, Maeve stepped into the fray beside him, handling herself with surprising grace. She had a strength that complemented his, a fire that burned bright against the dark. As they fought together, Kaelan felt an exhilaration he had never known, the combination of their forces igniting a new hope. But just as they began to gain ground, a sudden shift rippled through the ranks. A wolf lunged at Maeve from the shadows, and Kaelan's heart stopped. Time slowed as he launched himself toward her. Maeve, he roared, but it was too late. The wolf's claws grazed her arm, and she cried out, the sound a mixture of pain and shock. Kaelan felt the world tilt. Enough? His fury ignited like wildfire. He was a storm unleashed, charging into the fray with renewed vigor. He tore into the enemy, every strike fueled by the need to protect what mattered most. But amidst the blinding rage, his heart quaked with fear. As the battle raged on, Kaelan managed to push back the rival pack, his pack rallying behind him. Yet, the moment he turned to Maeve, the sight of her bloodied arm sent a shiver of dread through him. She was injured, fragile amidst the chaos. Maeve, he rushed to her side, the world around them fading into the background. She held her arm, wincing, yet her gaze was unwavering. It is just a scratch, she said, her voice steady but strained. I am okay, Kaelan. But he could see the fatigue in her eyes and the blood staining her skin. Just a scratch? He cradled her face in his hands, his heart racing. You could have been killed. But I wasn't, she counted softly, her eyes shimmering with determination. I am still here fighting with you, that's what matters. The intensity of the bond between them surged like a tide, flooding him with emotions he couldn't contain. I can lose you, Maeve, you mean everything to me. Then let us fight together, she urged, her voice firm. I won't let you face this alone, we can let them take away what we've built. Kaelan's heart swelled with admiration. You are so brave, he murmured, brushing his thumb along her cheek. But bravery doesn't mean you should throw yourself into danger. You don't get to decide that for me, she replied, her spirit fierce and unyielding. We were in this together. I choose you, Kaelan, all of you, the alpha, the wolf, the man. Her words struck him like lightning, igniting something deep within. With a newfound ferocity, he took her hand, intertwining their fingers. Together, they surged back into the fray, their bond empowering them, a force against the darkness. Battle raged on, splitting the night with growls and howls. Each enemy they faced only fueled their resolve, their movements seamless as if choreographed by fate itself. They fought side by side, hearts beating in unison, the stakes higher than ever. Amidst the chaos, Kaelan glimpsed Rowan, the rival alpha, circling back to confront him. You think your bond with this human makes you stronger? Rowan taunted, blood dripping from his fangs. It only makes you weak. Weakness is letting fear dictate your actions, Kaelan replied fiercely. Love is power, and I will protect what is mine. With that declaration, the two alphas clashed. Kaelan's muscles strained as he fought Rowan, every blow resonating with the weight of his love for Maeve. Their connection fueled him, granting him strength beyond measure. Just as Kaelan felt he had the upper hand, Rowan managed to shove him off balance, sending him crashing into the forest floor. The ground shook beneath him, and for a moment, despair crept in. But then he heard her voice, light and unwavering. Kaelan, get up, I believe in you. With her words echoing in his heart, Kaelan surged back to his feet, a roar escaping his lips that shook the very trees around him. He charged at Rowan, the feral instincts of the alpha kicking in, fierce and powerful. The rival alpha faltered, caught off guard, and Kaelan seized the opportunity, lunging forward with all his might. In a single blow, he took down Rowan, the rival alpha collapsing in a defeated heap. The remaining adversaries, seeing their leader fall, began to retreat into the shadows, fear overtaking their aggression. Kaelan's pack howled in triumph, the sound echoing through the forest like a victorious symphony. But as the dust settled, Kaelan turned back to Maeve, who stood with her own battle scars. Are you all right? He rushed to her side, taking in the sight of her bloodied arm. I've never felt more alive, she said, her voice bright despite the pain. We did it, Kaelan, together. As he wrapped his arms around her, Kaelan felt the tension of the world fade away, leaving only the warmth of their connection. I am sorry for pushing you away, he whispered, resting his forehead against hers. I was scared of losing you. You didn't push me away, she replied softly. You were protecting me, but we can't let fear dictate our choices anymore. We reach stronger together. Kaelan pulled back slightly, his golden eyes locking onto hers. You rewrite, I love you, Maeve. I will always choose you, no matter what the world says. Her smile radiated, illuminating the darkness that had threatened to consume them. And I choose you, Alpha, always. In that moment, beneath the glow of the blood moon, they stood united, two souls entwined against the odds of fate. They were bound not only by the chaos of the battle, but by something deeper, a connection that transcended the boundaries of their worlds. The aftermath of the fight felt surreal. The adrenaline still coursed through Kaelin's veins, yet now there was a haunting silence settling over the clearing. He looked around, seeing his pack tending to their wounds and gathering in a victory that felt bittersweet. But all he could think about was Maeve and the price they had paid. Are you sure you're okay? He asked again, concern etched across his brow as he held her injured arm gently, the faint scent of blood mingling with the cool night air. I can take you to the healer. She shook her head, a small smile playing at her lips even as pain flickered in her eyes. I am alright, just a scratch, remember? His heart ached at her bravery. It's not just a scratch to me, he murmured, tightening his grip slightly, wishing he could shield her from all harm. What if she continued to find us? Kaelin, she interrupted softly, her eyes steady and reassuring. What defines us is how we face the challenges ahead, together. He nodded, feeling the weight of her words settle in his chest. There was a strength in her that he had never truly recognized before, a fierce resilience that matched the wild spirit of the wolves he led. You make me stronger, Maeve. And you make me braver, she replied, her voice a whisper but her conviction unwavering. I choose this life, even with all its dangers, I choose you. The air crackled with the intensity of their connection, and for a moment the world around them faded into a blur. But the reality of their situation hung heavily in the air like a storm cloud. They had won the battle, but the war for acceptance, for their love, was far from over. As the pack began to regroup, Kaelin turned his focus back to his responsibilities. Ryan approached, his expression a mix of relief and disbelief. You fought well, Alpha, he said, shaking his head as he surveyed the aftermath. But this human involvement changes everything. You know that, right? Kaelin's jaw tightened. She is not just a human, she is my mate. Ryan's eyebrows shot up in protest. You cannot seriously be considering this. You saw what happened tonight. If we hadn't fought together, you could have lost her. She is a liability, Kaelin. Love is not a liability, Maeve interjected, stepping forward with her chin raised defiantly. I've proved it tonight. I fought alongside your pack, and I will continue to do so. I deserve to be part of this life, whatever it means. Part of this life? Ryan scoffed, his voice incredulous. You're putting everyone at risk with your presence, and Alpha must prioritize the pack above all else. Then perhaps your views of leadership need to change. Maeve shot back, her voice steady. Love is not weakness, Ryan. It is strength. It is what unites us in the darkest of times. Her words hung in the air, a challenge to Ryan's long-held beliefs. Kaelin looked at Ryan, watching the internal struggle play out on his face. The beta was loyal and strong, but bound by tradition that was often suffocating. We cannot ignore the reality of our world, Ryan finally said, his tone less confrontational but still firm. You have a duty to lead, Kaelin, a duty to ensure the safety of your pack. This bond, it complicates things in ways you do not yet understand. Perhaps it does, Kaelin replied, his voice low but resolute. But I will not turn away from what I feel for Maeve. I love her, Ryan, and I will not let fear dictate our choices. Ryan's eyes narrowed, frustration flaring. You risk everything for this fantasy. What happens when you age and she remains young? What do you think the pack will say then? Kaelin clenched his fists, feeling the tension rise. I will handle that when the time comes. Right now, we have each other, and that is what matters. But it's not just about you two, Ryan countered, his voice softening. You have a pack to lead. We have lost so many tonight. We need stability, not chaos. We will find stability, Maeve said, her voice unwavering. Together, and I am willing to fight for that, if you would just give me the chance. Ryan hesitated, caught between his loyalty to Kaelin and his concern for Pack's future. You were asking for something that has never been done before. It could tear the pack apart. Kaelin stepped closer to Maeve, intertwining their fingers, a silent promise that they would face whatever came their way together. Then let me prove it, he said to Ryan, his voice firm. Allow Maeve to train with us, to learn our ways. If she can earn her place, then her presence should not be a burden but a blessing. Ryan's jaw clenched, and for a moment Kaelin feared his beta would refuse. But then Ryan sighed, glancing between them, his gaze softening. If you truly believe in this, then I will support you, but know that I will be watching closely. As the sun began to rise, casting a golden light across the clearing, Kaelin felt hope bloom within him. They would navigate this new world together, a world that was vast and unknown but teeming with possibilities. Days turned into weeks as Maeve trained alongside the pack, her determination unmatched. She learned to harness the magic of the forest, tapping into the primal instincts that ran through the veins of the silver-fanged wolves. Kaelin watched her grow stronger, more confident, a fierce warrior in her own right. She learned to run with the pack, her laughter echoing through the trees, and with each passing day, the bond between them deepened, intertwining their fates like the roots of the ancient tree surrounding them. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Maeve and Kaelin found a quiet moment away from the pack. They sat by the sparkling lake, a sacred place that had witnessed the journey. "Do you ever wonder what the future holds?" Maeve asked, her eyes reflecting the sunset's beauty. "Every day," Kaelin replied, his heart heavy with the weight of destiny. "I want to believe we can carve our own path, but the shadows of our past linger, waiting to catch up. Then let us face them together, whatever they may be," she said, her voice a soothing balm to his worries. "I believe we can change things, Kaelin. If we can fight together, we can also reshape the future." He turned to her, captivated by her spirit. "You are extraordinary, Maeve. Your courage inspires me. I never thought I could feel so much hope." "Hope is what we create, not what we wait for," she replied, reaching for his hand. "And I choose to hope for us, for a life beyond what is expected. Love defies all boundaries. Doesn't it?" As he intertwined their fingers, Kaelin felt the weight of his past dissolve, replaced by a fierce love that burned brightly between them. "It does, but with the love comes sacrifice. I am not sure what the pack will say when they see me age and you remain untouched by time." "Then let us build a legacy that transcends age and time," Maeve said, determination blazing in her eyes. "We'll show them that love is worth any risk." Her words ignited a fire within him, a promise that echoed through the depths of the forest. He pulled her close, their foreheads resting together, hearts beating in unison. Together then, always. But just as hope began to blossom, an unexpected rift emerged. One night, as the full moon illuminated the forest, a figure cloaked in shadows approached the silver-fanged borders, a messenger from a neighboring pack, the Blackthorn. Kaelin's instincts flared, sensing something was amiss. "What do you want?" he demanded, stepping forward, Maeve by his side, ready to defend their territory. The messenger's eyes glowed with an otherworldly light, and a sly smile curved on his lips. "I come with a warning, Alpha. Your bond with the human girl has drawn attention, and not of a kind you hoped for. It shall cost for Kaelin, the stakes rising." "What do you mean?" "Your connection is deemed unnatural by many," the messenger replied, his voice a low hiss. "There are those who believe your love will bring ruin to our kind. They want to see it severed." Kaelin's heart raced, fear clawing at his chest. They would dare to threaten her. The messenger shrugged, a cruel glint in his eye. "Threats are merely whispers in the shadows, but should you wish to protect her, you must understand the consequences." "Enough of your riddles," Maeve spoke up, her voice fierce. "If they want to come for us, let them try. I will not hide." "Ah, brave girl," the messenger taunted, "but bravery only ignites the flames. If you wish to forge this path..." The Alpha loved the human girl, but she would age part 4. "What do you want?" Kaelin demanded, his voice a low growl, instinct and protectiveness surging within him. Maeve stood resolutely by his side, her fierce spirit igniting a fire in his chest. The messenger leaned closer, shadows flickering around him like wisps of smoke. "You've drawn attention, Alpha. Your bond with the human girl is seen as a curse, a sign of imbalance among our kind. Many believe it will bring ruin." Kaelin's heart pounded, anger entangling with fear. "You dare come here and threaten what we've built? Love is not a curse, it is our strength." The messenger chuckled, a chilling sound that echoed in the still air. "Strength or a weakness that will lead to your undoing? The Blackthorn pack has rallied, and they seek to sever your connection. You have a choice, abandon her or face the consequences." Kaelin felt the world tilt beneath him, the weight of impending doom pressing heavily on his chest. He glanced at Maeve, whose eyes were ablaze with determination. "Let them come," she declared, her voice steady. "I will not be a pawn in their game." "Maeve, no," Kaelin interjected, his heart racing with fear. "This isn't just about us anymore. They could destroy everything we've fought for." "And what have we fought for?" Maeve shot back, her gaze fierce and unwavering. "A life dictated by fear, a love hidden in shadows? No, Kaelin, we will stand and face this together, or we will not stand at all." The messenger smirked, reveling in their conflict. "Then prepare yourselves. The Blackthorn pack believes in tradition, and they will not take kindly to your defiance. The winds of change are upon you." With that, he faded into the night, leaving only the unsettling chill in the air. Caelan turned to Maeve, his heart aching with both pride and fear. You don't understand what you're asking for. They are ruthless. Ruthless or not, I am not afraid, Maeve replied, her spirit unwavering. I've fought alongside your pack, Caelan. I feel the strength of the wolf within me. We cannot back down now. But this is different. Caelan argued, his frustration boiling over. What if they come for you? I cannot bear the thought of losing you. Then protect me, Caelan, she urged, stepping closer, her eyes shimmering with determination. We will fight as one. We are stronger together, and that is something they will never understand. He searched her eyes, feeling the weight of their bond pressing upon him. You're so brave, Maeve, he murmured, his voice thick with emotion. But bravery comes with risks. What if they succeed? Then we will face that together too, she whispered, her hand slipping into his. Love is worth the fight. I refuse to live in fear, hiding away from a world that doesn't accept us. Caelan nodded, his heart swelling with love and admiration. Then together we will stand against them. I will train you for what lies ahead. You need to be ready. Days turned into nights filled with preparations. The Silverfang pack gathered, the atmosphere thick with tension and uncertainty. Caelan led Maeve into their training sessions, teaching her the ways of the wolves, the primal instincts coursing through their blood. Focus on the rhythm of the forest, he instructed, watching as she practiced alongside the warriors. Feel the heartbeat of the earth beneath your feet. Maeve closed her eyes, embodying the spirit of the wild, her laughter ringing through the trees as she embraced the wolf within her. Caelan felt a surge of pride as he watched her grow stronger, embodying the fierce determination that had drawn him to her from the beginning. One evening, as the moon illuminated the forest, a sense of calm washed over them. They stood on a ridge overlooking the pack's territory, the vast expanse of trees stretching into the horizon. Do you think we can truly change things? Maeve asked, her voice soft yet contemplative. Can love really conquer all? Caelan turned to her, the golden glow of the moon highlighting her features. If love can bind souls, then it can reshape destinies, but it requires sacrifice, and we must be prepared to lose everything. I would sacrifice anything for you, she replied, a fierce light igniting in her eyes. You taught me that love is not just about what we gain, but what we are willing to give. Their connection deepened as they shared their fears and hopes for the future. Caelan reached for her hand, intertwining their fingers as if sealing a pact. You are my heart, Maeve, I will fight for you. Just as they began to step forward, a howl echoed through the trees, a call that sent shivers down Caelan's spine. Tension crackled in the air as he turned to the source, dread pulling in his stomach. It is them, he whispered, his heart racing. The Blackthorn pack. Maeve's grip tightened on his hand, her eyes alight with fierce determination. Then let us face them together, Caelan. We will not back down. As the shadows of the rival pack emerged from the trees, the tension escalated. Caelan shifted into his wolf form, his senses sharpening as he stood protectively beside Maeve. Step back, he growled, eyes locked onto the approaching figures. This is our territory. Rowan, the rival alpha, stepped forward, a smug grin spreading across his face. Ah, the infamous alpha and his human mate, how quaint. You think love can shield you from reality? Love is stronger than fear, Caelan retorted, fur bristling. And it binds us in ways you will never understand. Rowan's eyes glinted with malice. Then let us see how strong your love truly is. With a single command, he unleashed his pack, the night erupting into chaos. Caelan's heart raced, and he charged forward, guiding Maeve to safety behind him. Stay close, he barked, adrenaline surging through him. He fought with the ferocity of a storm, protecting their bond as if it were the very essence of life. As they battled, Caelan felt the weight of the world pressing against him. Fangs clashed, wolves howled, and chaos reigned. But amidst the turmoil, Maeve fought valiantly beside him, embodying the strength they had forged together. Keep your focus, he shouted, dodging a powerful strike. We are one, our strength lies in our unity. Their movements became a dance, each supporting the other, a force of nature battling against the tide of darkness. But just as victory appeared within reach, a sudden pain shot through Caelan's side. Caelan, Maeve cried, her voice slicing through the noise, a desperate plea that echoed in his heart. Stay with me. He turned, breathless, pain coursing through him as he fought against the encroaching darkness. I am all right, he croaked, his focus on her. You have to keep fighting. But Maeve's eyes filled with worry as she rushed to his side. You are hurt, we need to. I want to let them take you, he roared, his instincts flaring, the wolf within him surging forward. We will not lose this fight. In that moment of sheer defiance, their connection ignited a blaze of energy, fueling Kaelin's resolve. He lunged at Rowan, their rival alpha, with renewed strength, the fire of love propelling him as he fought for everything he held dear. As their eyes locked, the intensity of their bond ignited a ferocity that propelled Kaelin to victory. He outmaneuvered Rowan, delivering a final blow that sent the rival alpha crashing to the ground. With a triumphant howl, the silver-fanged pack surged forward, driving the remaining Blackthorn wolves back into the shadows. Kaelin stood tall, panting heavily, his heart racing as he scanned the battlefield. But the victory felt hollow as he turned to Maeve, who knelt beside him, concern etched into her features. "Kaelin, you re-hurt," she whispered, her voice trembling. "It is nothing. I'll be fine," he said, though pain lanced through him. All he could think about was her safety. "No," she exclaimed, taking his face in her hands, her eyes filled with fierce determination. "You need to let me help you. You cannot fight this alone." She reached for her healing herbs, her knowledge of the forest coming into play as she began to tend to his wounds. Kaelin watched her, awe and love swelling within him. "You are incredible," he murmured, his heart familiar with the depth of emotion that coursed between them. As she worked, the connection between them deepened, transcending the chaos that had just unfolded. Weavy faced darkness and emerged stronger, Haven Tiwi. Maeve asked softly, her fingers deftly applying the healing salve. "Yes," Kaelin replied, his voice hoarse yet filled with conviction. "But this is just the beginning. The Pack's acceptance will not come easily. They will question us, and the shadows will always loom. Then we will face those shadows together," she vowed.